Let me introduce myself to you first. My name is Masitha. AS. AS stands for Ahmad Syukri. I was born in Sidoarjo, 22nd of December 1970. In English department, I teach English phonetics and phonology, English morphology and syntax. Before the curriculum redesign in last year, I teach psycholinguistics, but for skill subjects, I teach analytical and critical listening, integrated academic writing, and I focus on linguistics, especially psycholinguistics. Yeah.
Can you tell us about your education background and what inspired you to become a lecturer?
I was graduated from English department, Universitas Airlangga as well as you, yeah. In what year? 1994. Yeah, and then I continued my graduate study in Universitas Indonesia in Jakarta. Then I was graduated from that university in 2003. Yeah, long time ago. When I was a student of senior high school, when as students we have to completed books telling us about our hopes, or our expectation in the future. And at that time I always saying or completing that book by writing that I want to be only two, always to be researcher or lecturer, only that. In the future, if I am not a researcher, then I have to be a lecturer. And lecturer always, a lecturer has to execute at least one research in a year or in 2 semesters. And I do experience or undergo that. So that's make me you want to be either researcher or lecturer.
How do you teach? Your way of teaching?
In order to make my students be interested in what I teach. Okay, first, let me tell you that I love very much, especially in teaching psycholinguistics. I always tell my students that my first love is psycholinguistics. Yeah. Well, of course, first I have to make them understand what I am teaching or what I am delivering. For visualization and something else, I try to do that as well as much as I can. Yeah. And also I have a principle that I'd like to help my student in some way if I could. So if they have problem in understanding my lecture, I always give chance to my students to come to see me to discuss things that they do not understand. Yeah, outside the class of teaching that subject. It is always open for students to do that. I really dedicate my time for them if they really want to know what I am teaching, especially in psycholinguistics, and if they want to execute a certain research topic in psycholinguistics. But I think, it is not only in psycholinguistics, but in terms of or as long as it relates to linguistics. This is my major, so I will give chance to students to do that.
Another question.
Mm.
Why did you pick psycholinguistics as your first one? Why are you interested in this subject?
Probably because I love psychology, medicine. I also want to know more on how the process of language behavior, how is the mental process while we are listening, while we are speaking, while we are reading, and while we are writing. So mental process here means that the process or the activity of our brain, what happened there while we are listening, speaking, reading, and writing. And I think it's very interesting to know how do we understand. The process must be very complicated because it involves the activities in our brain and the what is it? The linguistic behavior themselves.
Can you tell us about your current research?
Current
Do
research.
you have any?
Yes. Well, actually, as I mentioned before, that because I am interested in psycholinguistics, so my research deals more with psycholinguistics. And most of my research are research projects, yeah. So in this case, I'd like to involve my students if they are interested into. But I offer this to them to be one of the what is it, researcher or research assistant. So far, I have developed research topic on slips of the tongue and then slip of the ears, and then research on dyslexic students and some other students with special needs. Sorry, before I mention that I have two teams of research assistants. Yeah, the first focusing on malocclusion type 3 researches. Yeah, and then this for the second team focusing on developing writing skills in students with ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity. Hopefully, I can continue these research projects and I can help students to be able to graduate from English department quickly, to be graduate, to be what we call it, sarjana, yeah, or bachelor.
What is your significant achievement in your research career and its impact on SGDs?
Developing what is it, education for inclusive school. But this is probably the next impact, yeah, for the future if I am consistent with these research topics. And then, but at least, sorry, I forget to tell you that I've already written teaching materials. First is a book entitled An Introduction to English Phonetics. An Introduction to Phonetics. And then the second is an Introduction to English Phonology. And the third is Introduction to Psycholinguistics. And actually, I've already prepared. I have these books, yeah, the hard files of this book at campus.
For our final question, what do you hope to achieve in the future for your career, for your research?
Well, of course, I do expect that Universitas Airlangga will have certain research center for psycholinguistics. Of course, it's quite different with what is developed by Faculty of Psychology. I am a linguist from English department, and my interest is psycholinguistics. Yeah, so, and remember that our faculty is Faculty of Humanities, so I hope my research will be also advantageous for humanities. Yeah, we can develop some assessments for children language acquisition, and then again another assessment for children with special needs. For example, now I am supervising research on children with speech delay. Of course, each discipline has their own domain of research to conduct. Yeah, we focus on the mental activities. Yeah, mental process, while we are researching, for example, the speech development in children with speech delays. Also, as I mentioned as well, for my first research team, assistant research. Yeah. We are dealing with patients with malocclusion type 3. Sorry, let me describe for malocclusion type 3. Is the condition is the lower jaw is more protruding compared to the upper jaw. So the teeth do not meet here between the upper teeth and the lower teeth. So we let's say suspect, yeah, that person suffering from this condition will suffer or has difficulty in producing certain sounds. Yeah, so in this case we are trying to make a kind of collaborative research with a lecturers of the Faculty of Dentistry. Yeah, we are seeking patients suffering this condition, namely malocclusion type 3. And it is not easy to find such kind of patients. Yeah. Okay, I hope you pray for me as well for this. Yeah. Okay, I hope it will be very very good information for you, and it inspires you to conduct certain research. Yeah, every one of you will conduct a psycholinguistic research, so please come to see me and we can discuss together. Yeah. Okay, I hope so. Looking forward to seeing you next time in my class. Yeah.